So I ran for office in 2003. I thought I could do a better job than what had been done. Everybody told me, oh, nobody's ready for you. Nobody like you has done it. It's not your turn, blah, 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 blah. Of course, I didn't listen. You should listen. I said, I'd eat no for breakfast. I didn't know. And so I was really excited, right? Started out at a very healthy 6 points in the polls. Yeah, that's right, 6 out of 100. But I still didn't hear that. I knew if we got to 12, we'd be good, right? So it was about retail campaigning. So let me tell you what I do. I would get my ironing board, and I put it in the back seat of my car. Now y'all are looking at me, where are you going with this? And I would grab a roll of duct tape, and I would get my posters, and I'd pack all of that in my car, and I would drive to the local grocery store. Then I'd take my ironing board out of my car with my roll of duct tape and my poster. And you're like, where am I going with this? Well, you see, an ironing board is the original standing desk. And I would set that ironing board up right in front of the grocery store. I would use the duct tape to tape my sign over the side. I'd have all my literature on the ironing board, and I would require people walking in and out of the grocery store to talk to me. I would walk up to them, I am Kamala Harris. I would have your support. Please vote. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. That's how we win elections. And you know this, which is why we're here. We're here with our neighbors. We are next to people we have never met before in this room right now. Because we are all committed to the best of who we can be. And we know the stakes are so high. This election, the stakes are so high. The issue of health care. Look, Nevada knows it. Nevada knows that we can't take for granted that we're going to have elected leaders who understand pre-existing conditions should not be the reason people don't have access to health care. We know better than that. And as far as I'm concerned, this is what we should be saying. If you're going to vote to get rid of our health care, we're going to vote you out of office. Woo! Woo! So we got to remind people, their vote matters. They have the ability to decide who will be voted in and who will be voted out. And that's where we are right now. The stakes are high. And everything we do in these next 4 days will matter. Because especially, Stephen said it, Nelson said it, Pete knows it, there are so many powerful voices right now in our country that are trying to sow hate and division. That's not who we are as a country. And let's not let them play us. Let's not let them play us. The vast majority of us have so much more in common than what separates us. We all know that to be true. When we wake up in the middle of the night with that thing that's been worrying us, when we have that thought, for the vast majority of us, it is never through the lens of the party with which we're registered to vote when we're thinking that thought. When we're thinking that thought, it's never through the lens of some demographic a pollster put us in. For the vast majority of us, when we are thinking that thought, it has to do with one of just a very few things. Our personal health, the health of our children or our parents. For so many, can I get a job, keep a job, pay the bills by the end of the month, retire with dignity? For our students, can I pay off those student loans? The vast majority of us have so much more in common than what separates us. And what's so important about so-called retail politics is it's about reaching out to folks we don't know and reminding them we're all in this together. Woo! It's about not only doing the right thing in terms of making sure people exercise their right to vote, it's also about empowering our community and our neighborhoods and this state and our country. And that's what's reflective of real leadership. When we use all the talent and power that each of us have individually to lift up other people. That's a sign of strength. It is not a sign of strength to tear people down. It is a sign of strength to lift people up. Woo! Yes. And so what we are going to be doing when we go and grab all these folks who got the clipboards, raise your hands against clipboard people. Right? We're going to be going to them because when we sign that, we are signing that basically saying we are a leader. We are going to touch and reach out to people we don't know. We are saying when we sign up for the responsibilities that we're going to be given, that we know the action we are taking right now will impact people that for the most part we will never meet, right? The outcome of this election and you energizing folks to vote will impact people that for the most part none of us will ever meet. The work we're going to do today and over the next 4 days will impact people who will never know our names. And their lives will forever be improved because of what you are doing here and the commitment you are making. So my last point is this. This moment will pass. And years from now, people are going to look at each one of us. They're going to look in our eyes. And they're going to ask, where were you at that inflection moment during that critical election? And what I know we're going to be able to say is we were all here together. And what we're going to tell folks is not just how we felt at this moment. We're going to tell them what we did. We're going to tell them we knocked on doors, we got people out to the polls, and we signed up on that board, and we elected these folks and Jackie Rose to go and lead because we know we are better than this, and this is about fighting for the best of who we are. And the last and final point I will make is this. This is a fight that is born out of love of country. Love of country. And fighting for the ideals and the best of who we are. So let's get out there. Let's get to work. We'll party later.